For you, is the ideal resume aesthetically pleasing, or do recruiters only focus on the content of it?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of both to this. I always think a good looking resume is always more effective than a bad looking resume, right? But I think there's an extent to this. Janelle kind of stole my answer on this one a little bit because it does come down to really knowing your audience. Obviously, like Janelle said, if you're applying for a legal firm, right? Like if it's something that's a little bit more businessy, more serious, right? Maybe the hot pink and the purples might not be the best fit for that type of job. But if you're applying for like graphic design or something that's a little bit more artsy, right? Maybe kind of show your creative side. Canva is obviously also a great resource to get some really cool templates. I think when I graduated college, I tried to basically put as many big words into my resume as possible and make it as detailed as possible and kind of make something super simple sound super complicated. And I think that was a mistake on my part just because it adds extra words. Recruiters realistically don't take that much time looking at your resume. Like really, I think there's like a statistic, it's like 6 seconds. And I can say that's 100% true, maybe even less sometimes. And I think the content really does matter here. And I think it's really important to stick with the achievements, stick with some of the key things that you've done. Once you kind of get a little bit more experience and once you have a little bit more measurable results, I think it's really important to include that into the resume as well, rather than saying, hey, I sold iPhones at the Apple store, right? Like, how many iPhones did you sell, right? Like, were you the best person? Were you the best salesperson on that floor? You can change sold iPhones to sold the most iPhones in 2020 on a team of 45, right? That shows me that you're the best person on this huge team of 45. So that's the type of content that will stand out to me.
If I'm looking at a resume, I'd rather have bullets than a paragraph. Because I've been getting, I've had some friends, like, Janelle, you said have, people look at your resume, a second pair of eyes, and I've had some friends recently, and two of them had paragraphs, and I was like, you know what? To your point, Raymond, I get through bullets a lot quicker than I do reading a whole.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Bullet points definitely over paragraphs because paragraphs are just hard to read. I also would say maybe include a little bit of line spacing in between each line just so that it's just easier and like shorter sentences. Less is more, really.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.